This is a HeadGum podcast.
Monday, October 17th, super special episode of If I Were You.
We're calling this one Locker Room Talk.
I like that.
Getting political.
Very good.
Let's start a new podcast called Locker Room Talk.
What would it be about?
Just like shit that goes on in the locker room.
Yeah, that girls can't hear because it's just a boys' room.
It's just dudes being dudes.
And that's fine because there's only dudes there. And if it gets leaked, then that's kind of a big problem.
And that's on somebody else and not me, because what I said was in a locker room, which is a safe zone where I could talk about sexual assault.
This episode is brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies.com. MeUndies.com, one of our favorite sponsors, because one, they provide a product to us that we use and love already. And two, their shit is actually pretty dope.
Yeah, isn't that the same as number one?
Yeah, that's
we
true.
like it, and it's good. Are you wearing MeUndies right now? Let me see your penis. Your underwear.
Yeah, let me see which one I'm wearing right now.
Oh, yeah, there's your little winky.
One second.
I see that.
Easy.
Very nice.
Easy.
Ooh.
Oh, just the green.
The green. I'm wearing just the blue today.
You remember what underwear you wear without looking?
Yeah.
Sometimes I close my eyes and I can't even remember what shirt I have on.
No shit.
Close your eyes. Do you know what shirt?
Of course.
Which one?
It's a gray shirt.
It's bright green.
Still. Pretty close.
MeUndies.com provides you with very comfortable and stylish men's underwear and women's underwear. And there's also some outerwear. We're talking about pants, crew neck shirts, anything that's very comfortable and stylish and affordable. MeUndies has got you covered. So, what else can we help you with? Well, if you go to MeUndies.com/Jake or MeUndies.com/Amir, it gives you, I think, what is it, 20% off?
20% off. Solid discount.
Your first order.
Yeah.
So, test it out. Try it out. I think you'll like it. Great for yourself and great for a gift. Any October, November birthdays coming up? You don't know what to get them?
My daddy.
What?
My daddy's birthday is in November.
When?
I'm not telling you.
It's not a
secret.
All right, fine. I don't. When is the fucking birthday?
November 8th.
I knew it. 11/8. Oh, I think I remember that because my birthday is also 1/18. It's a little kinship we have. All right.
Thank you. Closer to your father than you are.
Thank you to MeUndies for sponsoring this episode. We should also say that there are tickets still available. We're going to be in Minneapolis, Detroit, and Chicago this week.
Yeah.
That's this week.
That's in
like 3 days if you're listening on Monday, 2 days on Tuesday, 1 day on Wednesday, and today on Thursday. We're going to be there. So if you live in and around these areas, come party with us. Come hang.
Yeah, I always have a good time in Minneapolis. Do not disappoint me. I always have a good time in Chicago. Do not disappoint me. I've never been to Detroit. Please don't disappoint me.
I'm begging you.
Make me sad.
Tickets for all that stuff is at ifiwereyoushow.com or jakeandamir.com. All right, let's get started. Things are going to get real. We haven't recorded it yet, but I assure you they will because this is one of my favorite theme songs we've ever gotten.
Ooh, let's hear it. Could have definitely told you that was your favorite If I Were You theme song of all time.
Weezer cover. I love Weezer.
We've had other Weezer covers on the show, right?
I think so. That was by Grant, who has a SoundCloud page called Grant Robertson 1. And if we can plug it, that would be awesome. So here it is, Grant Robertson 1.
All written with question marks?
Oh, yeah? What? Can you? Love the show? Question mark? I think Weezer is my favorite band because I like more of their songs than any other band. So I think the definition of favorite band is who has the most songs that you like, and if you add them up and that's the most, then that's your favorite band.
That kind of makes sense to me.
Another way to think of it is like who has written your favorite like 2 or 3 songs.
Right.
So who has written more songs that you love than any other band?
Blink-182.
Is there even a close second or a distant second?
Tom DeLonge's other band, Angels and Airwaves.
How many Blink-182 songs would you say you love?
Maybe Tom's other band, Boxcar Racer, was up there.
Is it more than 15?
You know, it's tough to say because when I liked Blink-182 as much as I did, like when I was in high school and college, I feel like they didn't have a song that I didn't like. Like I liked even their earliest 4-track recordings that even they said sucked.
Yeah.
So I wonder if I went back and if I listened, I would still like them.
Wow.
Because I was such a fanboy.
Yeah.
I guess it would probably make me feel nostalgic. It's really hard to tell.
It's funny because you say your favorite band is Blink-182, but you haven't heard any of their songs in like decades.
That's not true. I've definitely heard their songs.
But like some of these songs
recently.
you haven't heard since you were like a teenager.
Oh, yeah. I guess there's probably some old obscure Blink-182 songs that I used to like from Cheshire Cat that I haven't heard in 10 years.
More than 10. More than 10.
How old am I now? No. Yeah, I would
21.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, 10 years.
Here's what I'm
Maybe
thinking.
11.
Weezer cover album. We get people to submit every song in Pinkerton. We release a mixtape. Is that what a mixtape
cool.
is?
I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed, can we charge for a mixtape?
No, I
we
think
have
it's
to just
free.
release it.
Yeah, we have to release it for free. So anybody's excited by that idea, I want to release a Weezer Pinkerton theme song, If I Were You mixtape, where you cover every single song. I don't know how we're going to promote it. I don't know what that means even.
Well, but it'll drop, and then that'll be our way to meet Rivers Cuomo because he'll sue us.
Oh, yeah, and he'll have to appear in court, stare me in the eyes, and tell me that I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah.
I, too, am a half-Japanese girl. We're actually running low on theme songs, so this is a call-out in general to theme song submissions.
Don't make me go back to playing the theme song by myself.
If I were you, show at gmail.com for any of your question or your theme song submissions. So send them all in. Be like Grant. All right. We haven't recorded in a bit because we had a few episodes banked, and then we were on the road in Toronto. We recorded that show. This is probably the first time we recorded in just estimating a year and a half.
Whoa. Yeah.
Since it was September 2015 is when we recorded
So
last.
much has changed.
So much has changed. The election is in full swing. We've been all over the world, New Zealand, Australia, Toronto, and back.
I really think we might have recorded more recently.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. It must have been like a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right. Maybe late September.
Right.
All right. Never mind then. But we figured we can...
I'm a little flustered.
Sorry, I totally had a brain fart. I was off by 70 weeks. Fuck. God, I feel like such a fool for that.
Oh, shit. You're not wearing shoes today.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay.
Oh,
Fuck
no.
me. I am melting.
You have Alzheimer's.
I'm having a Trump-esque meltdown right now. I'm yelling. I am angry. I am delusional. I actually have grandeur. I have grandurous delusions. But we figured it would be fun to do another good old fashioned Game Boy episode.
Oh, I have been summoned.
I guess we should rewind just a little bit to say that this is If I Were You.
Excuse me.
Go back.
Game Boy slowly backing out of the room.
You came out a little bit too early, Game Boy.
I apologize.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Back into this vent which I came out of.
This is If I Were You, an advice podcast. It's actually the only advice podcast on the internet hosted by me, Amir, and you,
Jake.
And we comb through these emails and search for a couple great ones. Or sometimes we summon our friend the Game Boy, who will search random words out of the entire dictionary to find just a few of our great random questions in our email box. We have 14,000 unread emails right now. So there's a lot to choose from. So the goal of the game is to choose a word that doesn't appear in many questions, ideally just one. Just one question. So, does the Game Boy have a guess as to what word appears in only one of these emails?
Debris.
What?
Debris.
Spell it.
Debris.
Debris.
I feel like it's going to be a popular one.
It's not a popular one.
Really?
Yeah. You know what?
It showed up in like a Touch of Modern ad or something?
Yeah, nothing real.
Nothing? No one's ever said the word debris?
In a question for us, yeah. Do you have anything else?
Fuck it. Monkey.
Monkey?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
All right. An unread email about monkey comes from, wow, nearly exactly a year ago today. October 16th, 2015. This person writes, oh wait, we need a girl's name.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Hillary Rotten. Hillary writes, I am a freshman girl in college, and per usual, the biggest problem facing me amid all these midterms is a dude. I met him at a party where he introduced himself, and we realized we were in the same class. We left the party and went back to his frat and hung out, played Super Smash Bros. Melee, of course, and it was a good time. Well, we kept seeing each other. One thing led to another, and we started banging. It was exciting at first because he was one of the hottest guys in the sophomore class and one of the top frats here. Then things got weird. So one night I was asking him personal questions, and I asked him if he believes in evolution. Random, I know, but I feel like that can say a lot about a person. His response was, I don't see humans can come from monkeys.
Whoa, baby.
And in that instant, I realized it was simply not going to happen. Am I jumping the gun here? Can I potentially end a good thing because he doesn't support evolution? I feel like you shouldn't even be in college if you don't. What do you do if someone like that disagrees on such a fundamental belief? Thanks for any help. Love you guys. Hillary. That's a pretty
This
good
is a
question.
good question.
Yeah, for a randomo.
Yeah.
So, this guy does not believe in evolution. Should you break up with someone?
I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't think that I could date anybody that believes in God.
That's a sort of a subset of evolution, but a lot of people are like, I believe in God, but not evolution.
Right. I think it's pretty rare that people are so religious that they don't believe in evolution.
Yeah.
Evolution's sort of just like it's
I should say even religious people that believe in God believe in evolution.
They just believe that
God made evolution.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He did everything by design, including evolution.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, I think if somebody didn't believe in evolution, that would probably be a deal breaker for me. But maybe there's something that you can do, like give him an encyclopedia or something.
Yeah, ideally Britannica, but we'll take what we can get. Encarta is fine. Here's
the disc.
Here's the difference between believing in God and believing in evolution, as I see it. This guy might have just been taught to say that evolution isn't good. So he might be ignorant, not religious. So if he can, I think he can flip the switch where he does believe in evolution. If you're like, here's all this scientific theories and backings to be like, this is evolution. It's obviously real, right? And then he's like, oh, sorry. I was raised in a small town, and they were all like, it's not true. And I had to believe everything. Like, how can I tell if they're teaching me science and some stuff says evolution's not real and the rest of the stuff is also true? I can't tell the difference. But then if you believe in God, I feel like that's more of a fundamental spirituality within you that's like, you can't just present me with facts and I'm going to be like, oh, never mind, I'm wrong about that.
Right, right.
So this guy might just be a little, I don't even want to say dumb, although it's like
dumb
dumb's,
not to believe in evolution.
It's dumb's ugly cousin ignorance, where he didn't learn correctly, rather than he's incapable of gaining that knowledge.
I see. Because he's a capable dude. He's in one of the coolest frats at school.
I mean, if you're in like the coolest, like I understand if it's like top 3 frat, but if you're like legit in the coolest frat,
yeah, like you can't be in beta and then also not believe in evolution.
Right? Like I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That's more of like a delta thing.
Yeah, I wonder do cool frats, do they just exist always, or does a frat become cool if the people in it are cool?
I think that
Like every year there's a new cool frat? Like college
no,
football?
I bet it's not every year because like what this cool group of guys, they're the ones that are choosing the pledges every single year.
I bet it's a lot like college football. Like our team is so good. We might not have the best team every year, but at least like our recruiting class is really good. Like every year that we're like always competing for coolest frat.
Yeah,
But we might have lost a game or two some years. Like there's a bad crop, and this is a rebuilding year for this cool frat.
The interesting thing would be like, oh man, I'm in Signu at Lehigh or whatever. This is the coolest school. Like this is the coolest frat at the school. And then you go to like UVA and you visit that frat and you're like, all right, brothers. And then you're like, oh no.
Oh, here that's the nerd frat.
What the fuck have you done to this chapter, bros?
You let us off the hook.
That sounds like some really low budget
comedy.
wannabe Zac Efron movie.
Yeah, written by a cool frat.
Yeah. He transfers to a new school, joins his same frat, but they're like the losers. And he's like, I gotta whip these dudes into shape.
I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds in a long time, but that might be the plot of Revenge of the Nerds.
No, dude, they don't transfer there.
They're just a nerd frat.
They're the
competing
nerd frat
against the cool frat.
The nerd frat and the cool frat, yeah.
All right, cool frat, cool dude, doesn't believe in evolution. I say you fire one bullet. You say, by the way, a lot of smart, normal, cool dudes believe in evolution. Just so you know, you can also be religious and believe in evolution. Here's the science behind it. And if the guy's like, nah.
That guy's going to be like, I haven't seen you in a year. Why are you bringing me this packet?
We're already married.
Baby, you don't believe in evolution anymore either.
Yeah, it's funny to not believe in evolution. That's one of the first ones they tell you that is true.
Yeah, guys.
That's the one that's like, they got the real evidence.
Mm-hmm.
They got that science shit. I wonder if you don't believe in evolution, there's like a lot of other stuff you shouldn't believe in first. Like
dinosaurs?
Yeah, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs and humans living together. That was disproven.
Of course, but I think that's the annoying thing that like it pits Christianity against science. Science should stop trying to be like, we're disproving everything you believe. They should just sort of, I don't know.
You're saying you're giving science tips?
I'm wishing science was like a little more like a little less proud of disproving people's faith. Like, well, actually, you're wrong.
But isn't that what you're saying? You're like, I wouldn't date anyone that you're science, and everyone that you don't like is faith.
Yeah. But I think that there's a difference between me writing everybody off and science at large doing it. So I feel like I just wish they could coexist a little bit more, because then we could have religious people that believed in global warming. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think they do. I think the overlap is the people that say God exists and He made evolution. That's like the way to justify both.
That's the perfect.
Yeah, that's the marriage. That's the Venn diagram. But you say you don't even like those people.
No, those people are fine. But as long as they're not like I wouldn't marry somebody that was religious, but as long as they're not saying that. I mean, even people that say evolution isn't real, I think they're dumb, but I think that's fine. I think it's people that say global warming isn't real that is
dangerous.
Yeah, because then
now we're talking about the difference between dumb and dangerous. Like, what if we elected someone that said global warming was a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese?
That'd be really funny.
Then it's back again, and the loop is complete. It goes from dumb to dangerous to hilarious.
My God. Electing somebody that said that, then said he didn't say that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Obviously. I wanted to thank another sponsor for this episode, by the way.
Oh,
because it wasn't just the one at the top. It's also Blue Apron. Blue Apron is sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, I like Blue Apron.
Blue Apron is pretty classy, actually. They help you become a better person.
And chef.
Yeah. Not only just a better person, but a better chef, too. For less than $10 a meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients directly to your door. So they'll give you what you need to cook and tell you how to cook it.
And little instructions on a thick piece of paper.
That's right. That basically walks you through it like the dumbass you are.
It's kind of idiot-proof.
And teaches you how to make not only the food from that night, but it teaches you how to cook well going forward. Mm-hmm. The meals have a great variety, new recipes every week. They're flexible, so you can choose them based on your dietary preference, and they're easy. Like we said before, step-by-step instructions. So idiot-proof, even this idiot talking was able to figure it out. And I burnt a bowl of cereal earlier.
You did.
I really burnt cereal.
And you tried to snort the milk. This moron doesn't even know how to eat, let alone cook.
And I figured it out. So if you want to try out Blue Apron, if you think this is right for you, go to blueapron.com/ifIwereYou, and you can try it out, and you get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping. So you're not paying for shipping.
Not too shabby.
And first 3 meals free. If you go to blueapron.com/ifIwereYou, that's blueapron.com/ifIwereYou. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Gracias.
That actually reminds me, I have a good idea of what to search.
What's that?
Chef.
Very nice.
A question about a chef, perhaps. A chef is a cool occupation.
Yeah.
I feel like if I could choose a cool occupation to be, I'd go chef. That would be like, hey, can I set you up with my friend? He's a chef.
That's pretty cool. I would go architect.
That's pretty cool too. But architect actually takes a lot of school and effort. I think more so than a chef. I guess, but if you could just choose.
Yeah. I'm imagining a scenario where you're just already the thing and you're good at it.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of spam about chef, and a couple emails from people wanting to work here. Maybe this person wanted to be a chef.
Interesting.
Here's an email about me being a picture of someone that looks like me.
Very good.
Which is fine, which is good. Here we go. Here's a chef question.
Let's see it, dude.
Alrighty. Bernie Sanders, let's say, writes, Dear Jake and Amir, my name is Bernie Sanders, longtime listener, and I've written a few times, but this is by far my stickiest predicament. I recently just started college, and I've made a few friends on my course. One of these is a girl who I'm starting to develop feelings for. However, I'm currently in a relationship with a girl who is in secondary school. Her Debs is soon approaching, and naturally she is taking me. But I can't get this college girl out of my head. She is funny, she is pretty, and she's a great chef. We are both doing culinary arts in college. There's some Facebook stalking. I found her, but I can't tell if she's in a relationship or not. Her pictures show her with a guy, but her relationship status is blank. Her name is... We'll skip that. My problem is, should I break up with my current girlfriend and try and chase this new girl, but risk the chance that she's in a relationship, thus meaning I've wasted a fun time? If you suggest I break up with my current girlfriend, when should I do it? Before her Debs or after her Debs? Also, how do you break up with someone? I really need help with this one, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Love, Bernie Sanders.
Wow, so this guy definitely is already broken up with his girlfriend at this point, right?
Yeah, but this is a question that's evergreen. When should I break up with this girl? Before or after? Do you know what this thing is? Debs?
I bet it's something like
Prom.
British homecoming or something.
Yeah, Debs dresses. Yeah, or some sort of. Oh yeah, it's a British prom or Australian prom or something.
Gotcha.
Lot of questions from very specific to general after that.
Yeah, so I think that this happens a lot. People write in thinking there's only 2 people in the world.
Yeah.
Like, well, I have this boyfriend or girlfriend, but I like this one other guy or girl. What do I do? Chase after this other person and lose this person, or stay with my person? Like, you don't clearly the first thing you should do is not be with the person that you're contemplating leaving at the first sign of something better. So immediately break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah, even if your options you think are just 2 and you don't know which one to choose from, that's never a good sign.
Totally. If your options are the person that you're supposed to be in love with or someone random, then you're not in love with the person. And that's fine. But you shouldn't delude yourself into thinking, like, the only reason I'm going to stay with this person is because I can't get with this other person.
Right.
Because that other person that you can't get with is actually, like, 1 billion people.
Yeah, there's actually more people than her. Yeah, and there's a chance that if you can't be with her, you can be with literally anybody else.
Yeah. So you, and especially when you're in college, when you go to college for the first time and your girlfriend or boyfriend is still in high school, I'm sorry, it's just over. I apologize. It's over.
I really do. I feel badly for saying that it's over.
I was there too. I've been there before. it's over.
Yeah, learn from our mistakes. If you suggest I break up with my girlfriend, when should I do it? Before her debs or after? This is kind of you're fucked either way because you do it before. It's, how could you do this with me before the prom? Are you insane?
Right.
Prom is
You
just
do it
days
after.
away.
Like, so what? Why would you stand in pictures with me? I mean, if it's me, do not go to this fucking Debs. You're going to be a downer because you won't be into it, and then your girlfriend has to she's going to get all these photos from that night, and she's just. Your prom photo is something you hang on to forever.
And she's just going to always see it as the day before she got debbed at the Debs.
Yeah, so do it as soon as possible. Let her get over it. Her friends are going to be there for her. There'll be some fun photos for the Debs for her to look back on, and she will not remember you in 10 years. So everything's going to be fine. You're
not a Blink-182 song that she'll be able to recall after a decade. And then real quickly, how do you break up with someone? How do I do it?
I'm sorry. It's just I don't think this relationship is working out for us right now.
Why?
I don't want to give you less than you deserve.
How can you do this to me? Debs is tomorrow. This is frickin' Debs we're talking about. Are you really ruining my
downer?
You're ruining Debs for me. Yeah, it's a hard conversation to have, but it's also part of being a human. So it's going to be exciting when it actually does happen.
Yeah, dude, you're a freshman in college. That means you are going to break up with way, way more people. So you might as well get your practice in now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a breakup machine at this point. I know how to do it.
Boom, easy.
First breakup I had took 3 months. The next one I had took a year.
Yeah. Sounds like you're getting worse.
Yeah, those are the first two. And then since then,
2 years, 5, and then 1 year.
Last one I had was 2 hours.
Oh, that's really fast.
Not too shabby at all.
And it was over Snapchat.
Oh yeah,
which is so cool.
Big time.
Yeah.
Story too.
Yeah.
Not direct snaps.
Public shit. All right, do you have another term to search?
Yes.
Does the Game Boy have another term?
Oh. Pipe dream.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
A double word. There's a few, but there's one really good one.
Really?
Or just based on the title. My OkCupid crush wants to be a pro wrestler.
Great. I wonder where pipe dream comes in here.
Another lady, Jill Stein.
Fuck that. Michelle Obama.
Love that.
Don't you go out there voting for a third party candidate, you little...
This is not the election for that. Michelle Obama writes, I've been talking to this dude on a dating site for weeks now. He's really nice, and we talk a lot about deep shit together. Some of what we talk about includes whether or not God exists, what happens when we die, and our political beliefs. He's very smart, articulate, and fit. He seems like he cares about me, and he always says how much he likes talking to me. Pretty cool, right? Well, of course there's something weird about him. His greatest passion in life is pro wrestling. His life goal is to be a professional wrestler. I really hoped he was joking when he first told me that, but he's completely serious. I hate to bash his dreams, but I've always thought of people who like pro wrestling are stupid. I realize it's bad to stereotype, but the fact that he wants to be a pro wrestler makes me think less of him. He's in his early 20s and spends a lot of his money on wrestling classes. Should I try to convince him that he should be putting money towards going to college so that he can have a real career? Or should I just ignore the fact that he's wasting his time on this pipe dream?
What up?
Thanks. Love you guys.
I like the two great questions from girls this episode.
Yeah, and they're also very thematically relevant. Like one was a girl starting to date a guy in college. The other was a guy starting to date a girl. One is this guy doesn't believe in evolution. This guy wants to be a pro wrestler. Yeah. When do I change it? When do I end it? What do you think? You think she's being too harsh on this guy, or do you understand where she's coming from?
I guess a little bit of both. I think that it's a big problem to not respect somebody's career choice. I don't think that being a pro wrestler it's not, I don't know if it's not the most respectable career, but there's something good about dating somebody that's a dreamer. That's got lofty ambitions for himself.
Totally.
Nice.
And it's a fit it's not just I'm kind of I'm trending towards pro wrestling. In the last couple of years, I've noticed that a lot of more people are starting to respect wrestling, and there was like the stigma that like only teenagers like it, but for whatever reason, there's this zeitgeist right now where like wrestling is starting to become more and more respected as like a art form that's like a physical and like good, I guess, theater almost. It's like theater but also athletics. Shout out to my friend Jesse, who's a huge wrestling fan, unabashedly so. And we do make fun of him a lot, so I understand where this girl's coming from. But he's also convinced me a little bit, like teaching me about like professional wrestling writers is now a thing. ESPN is now starting to cover wrestling. I've met other wrestling bloggers, writers who are like really smart guys. So I know for a fact that people who like pro wrestling are not stupid. We actually have a wrestling podcast on our network called We Watch Wrestling that's growing in popularity, which is a great sign of how popular wrestling is becoming. So if you are a wrestling fan, you should listen to We Watch Wrestling.
Wrestling's almost like video games, where like from the outside you look in and you're like, oh, video games is like sort of a lame hobby.
Right.
But then you dive deeper and you're like, oh, this is a huge industry. People like make a lot of money. People are really invested in it.
Yeah, it's easy to dismiss pro wrestling and video games.
I mean, you could easily dismiss baseball too if you
anything
discount the fact that it's an American pastime.
And I would say wrestling is harder than baseball.
No, it's not.
Well, that's a debate for another day for sure. But I mean, a lot of pro wrestlers have gone on to do great things. And a lot of wrestling fans.
Jesse Ventura he was a governor.
And The Rock will be president one day.
Goddamn right.
But there's a difference between liking wrestling and wanting to be a wrestler. I don't know what I respect more. Like, being a wrestling fan, I am ready to forgive that. I know a lot of smart wrestling fans.
Of course. I feel like
wanting to become one is a different issue.
I feel like the level, or I feel like the acceptance has to be related to how good they actually are.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you're actually liking this guy, if you're feeling him, like go to one of his wrestling classes, like see him perform, like talk to him about it a little bit, and if you feel like, oh, you know what, he does have the talent and the athleticism and the build to make it as a professional wrestler, that could be really cool. And it's almost like, somebody tells you they're really into comedy and you go and see their show and they fucking bomb and you're like, oh, you're so unattractive to me now.
Yeah.
But if they've got a spark and you're like, oh man, this person's gonna make it, then it's like super sexy.
I guess it's any occupation. Do you respect the person in their field?
Yeah, if you were a chef and I went to your restaurant and it gave me food poisoning.
I don't think you can be with someone if you think what they do is bad. Like if you're dating an artist of any sort and you see their stuff and it's not good, I think that's not a good situation.
I guess it's all about being good at whatever you choose to do, even if you are dating an accountant and.
That's a little more harder to quantify, unfortunately.
Well, you just look at their paperwork.
Yeah, he's always constantly getting sued. I think you're bad at accounting. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I'm sorry. Everybody you've ever done taxes for gets audited, and they owe a lot more money.
But if this guy is taking up pro wrestling, what if he's really jacked? So if he's really jacked, and then he's also smart, articulate, and fit, like you say, this guy might be good to go. Yeah. I hope you haven't broken up with him yet. Should I sit him down and say that he's wasting his time and on pursuing this pipe dream? That's probably not a good look. He's liked wrestling more than he's liked you. Mm-hmm. So I don't think you want to make him choose between the two. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Give this pro wrestler a shot and send us a photo of him. I want to see him. I want to see if he's like a Triple H, like huge, wet, scary kind of guy.
Yeah.
Or what if he's like an X-Pac, like the kind of guys that are just like wiry with really long hair for some reason.
If he's an X-Pac, you can dump him. But if he's Triple H, you put a ring on that finger, baby.
His thick fingers.
If you can you're going to have to buy a bracelet to fit on his finger.
Who's the one that said suck it?
That was all of DX.
So that was X-Pac and some other people.
X-Pac. I think Triple H was also in Generation X.
Oh, they all said suck it.
The Road Dog. Or somebody else, whatever.
They were all good. Thank you as well to NatureBox for sponsoring this episode, our last sponsor of the episode. NatureBox delivers tasty snacks made with simple ingredients directly to your door, so you don't have to go out and shop for snacks anymore.
Truth.
On snacks that'll make you feel guilty. They have 100 delicious snacks for you to choose from. I'm a fan of any of their almonds because it's a little more natural. There's flavors. It's delicious. Jake loves the sriracha roasted cashews.
That's what's up.
And if you go to naturebox.com/ifiwereyou, you get 2 delicious snacks for free. So try them out. Check them out. What if you want snacks for your home or office? You suggest should go to naturebox.com/ifiwereyou. Check out their snack catalog. You get 2 free snacks right off the bat. So go to naturebox.com/ifiwereyou to check them out. And if you like what you see, order some snacks for your home or office. Do you want to get to one last question?
Let's do it. You got a word for us?
Oh, shoot. I have to have the word now.
That's
God, the
the
pipe
game.
dream was so good. Chemical?
Ooh, chemical.
Chemical. Ooh, there's a good amount. Okay, I got 2 good titles for you. Ooh, actually 3 good titles for you to choose from. Ready?
Yeah.
Do you want to answer Female in Engineering, Whiskey Dick Escape Plan, or Double Debauchery Help?
Double debauchery help.
All right. Another lady. You got another lady in your life?
Another lady?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love it. What's Tim Kaine's wife's name?
What's Tim Kaine's wife's name?
We could call her Melania.
What's that?
Melania.
Oh, isn't it weird they're all married to a Melania? What are the odds of that?
Really?
It's Anna Holton is Tim Kaine's wife's name.
All right, let's go Ann Holton. I like that better.
You received an email in the early hours this morning from my friend with a guilty conscience, writes Ann Holton. She had sex with her brother's best friend in an alcohol-fueled mistake. But alas, she is not the only one to have faltered so spectacularly last night. In what was probably the most hazy of drunken nights, I was involved in a pretty steamy spooning session with a past flame. To be clear, we didn't have sex, but there was a fair bit of fumbling. This is bad news, as I have a boyfriend. We've been together for 6 years, and I have just moved in together. I know I love my boyfriend, and I want to be with him, but this has made me feel really confused. I don't even particularly like the past flame guy. We just had some pretty intense sexual chemistry. I guess chemical also search chemistry.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I'm the worst person ever now. I've never done anything like this before. I don't know how to handle. Please help. Any advice? Thank you. Ann Holton. She did the old, we didn't have sex, we didn't kiss, we just snuggled.
Yeah.
The half fine.
The snuggle.
You can't get that mad, we just snuggled.
I guess you always feel guilty if you want to fuck somebody really badly.
So close that you put yourself, why do you ever put yourself so close? If you know you're not going to do it, if you know you're going to get burnt, don't spoon a fire all night.
Yeah, I touch fire all the time.
Just leave.
I like to see how close I can get.
just to see if I can take the pain for a little bit.
Sometimes fully submerging myself in the fiery pits.
You're a monk that has emblazoned himself in gasoline.
I think it's... I don't know if this is advice, but you always feel the most guilty the next day. When you're hungover, you're feeling sorry for yourself in every possible way.
Yeah, because you don't even feel good physically.
But so just wait it out. That's all I'll say. Just wait a few days and then reevaluate if what you did was really, really wrong.
Right.
If it's eating away at you.
So that's basically like saying, hey, listen, I know you feel bad now. Soon you won't feel bad.
Yeah.
Unless you do still feel bad.
But I mean, the thing is, like, you know, bad luck a little bit, sure.
Yeah.
But you didn't fuck anybody.
You just fumbled.
You just had a steamy spoon session.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is going to fucking make your boyfriend very, very upset. But at the same time, is it worth, like, fucking up a 6-year relationship where you're about to live together?
Yeah. So why don't you
Don't do what you did again.
Right. But what are the odds that she never does this again?
But, I don't know. She
Especially
didn't fuck anybody.
if she
didn't
waits-
fuck anybody.
You're yelling at me. All right.
I'm saying I didn't fuck anybody.
All we did was fumble. Jesus Christ, get off my back. So why don't you? God, I don't know. I don't want to say it was nothing, but it was also not the worst thing, as you said. Wait a few days. You say until you don't feel bad anymore, but then won't you just do it again? Isn't the one thing that prevents you from doing it again feeling bad?
Well, I mean, as long as she can remember how bad she felt when it did happen, and like not bring yourself to that point again. Like,
yeah, until you're drunk, and then that completely masks that guilt.
Right. So if she went to another party and this old flame was there, and she proceeded to get trashed and fumble with him again,
yeah,
then it's like, okay, well, you're getting trashed, so you'll fumble with him. Like when you see him, that's your trigger for getting drunk enough to make a mistake, and then you shouldn't live with your boyfriend. But I think this one, I'm gonna go on record and say I'll give her a pass for this one.
One pass,
and
then next 2 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, if it's with this guy again.
Everyone gets 1 pass per person.
1 pass per person.
Wow.
No.
You have made so many deals with yourself. I can't follow the rules.
Deals with the devil.
So per person, per city.
No, all right, here's what it is. It's if she does it twice with this guy, game over. If she does it 3 times generally, then it's strike. Then you're out.
Okay, so 3 strikes, you're out. Or 2
As
strikes.
the rules in baseball. Per rules in baseball, 3 individuals, you're out. Okay? That's it. But 2 of the same, also out.
So if that would be a cool baseball rule. Like if you get caught looking and swinging, that's a strikeout.
Oh, that's cool.
2 different kinds of strikes, you're out. Or 3 strikes total.
Well, by this rule, wouldn't it be if you look twice, then you're out? If you even like the same kind of pitch,
or if you swing twice, you're out. Because there's only 2 different kinds,
right?
So the third strike would have
swing twice,
to be
you're out.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's correct.
Swing twice, you're out.
Or look twice.
You're out.
If it's the same type of strike twice, you're out.
Yeah. You shouldn't be getting fooled twice on the same pitch.
Yeah, and don't spoon with the pitcher, the batter, the bat, the ball.
You can eye fuck the ref, the ump, but that's it.
Only third and first base umpire. Don't turn around because that guy's standing right up.
And you're allowed to finger the third base coach. Because that's sort of funny.
The umpire behind home plate is the spooner. Really, he's the big spoon standing right behind the batter.
That's true.
All right, that's it. That's our baseball analogy. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you have your own questions, send them on in. If I were you, show at gmail.com. Good news for those of you who have been clamoring for a bonus Thursday episode. I think we're going to have to do a bonus Thursday episode this week. So if you didn't get enough now, we'll be back on a short week in just a few days.
See you on Thursday, baby.
And speaking of Thursday, we would be silly not to mention once again, we're going to be in Minneapolis on Thursday.
Minneapolis. You ever seen us? Come see us again. If you've never seen us, make the drive to the Twin Cities, baby.
And then Chicago on Friday, Detroit on Saturday. Tickets and all that info at ifiwereyoushow.com, jakeandamir.com. I liked that theme song so much. Let's hear it again. Grant.
Oh, wow.
With The World Has Turned.
What's his SoundCloud? Give him that second shout out then. Grant Roberts 1?
No, yeah. Grant Robertson.
Ooh.
Grant Robertson 1 on SoundCloud.
There we go.
Thanks, Grant. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon. Toda. Bye.
Peace.
If I were you, Jake and if I
That was a HeadGum podcast.